Okay, word problems for systems of equations. The sum of two numbers is 12, so I'm going to go like this. A plus B is 12. The difference is 18. Okay, so then I can write A subtract B is 18. Find the two numbers. So this first sentence is here, second sentence is here. It's all in math now. So which strategy would you pick? Would you graph them, substitute, or elimination? I'm thinking I would eliminate. So if I would add, this would be gone. So 2a gone equals 30 divided by 2. So a equals 15. Okay, and then I go back and I use this line or the other one, doesn't matter. So a is 15, and if I subtract, then b is negative 3. Those numbers add to negative, or to 2, or sorry, to 12. The two numbers add to 12, and the difference between them is 18. Joe buys chips, 5 bags, and drinks, 7 cans, for $7.40. Sherry buys 2 bags of chips and 7 cans of drinks for $7.30. How much does each cost? Okay, so we'll call this chips and D for drink. So Joe is 5 bags of chips and 7 drinks, and it costs him $7.40. And Sherry, 2 bags of chips and 9 drinks, and that cost her $7.30. Okay, so what do you think as a strategy? Graph, substitute, or eliminate? So I'm thinking elimination. So I think I'm going to times this by 5 and times this by 2 to set myself up with 10C and eliminate. Okay, so times by 2, times by 2, and times by 2. So what am I doing? 740 times 2 is 1480. Timesing by 5, so 45. And 36.5. Okay, so now I can subtract. Okay, so that's gone. So 14 subtract 45 is negative 31. And this is negative 21.7. So if I divide by negative 31, I get D to be 0.7. So that would be in money, right? So a drink, every drink is 70 cents. And so I'm going to go plug this in. It doesn't matter which one. So 2C plus 9.7 equals 730. 9 times 0.7 is 6.3. So minus and then divide by 2. So C is 50 cents. So chips are worth 50 cents and drink 70 cents. I have 76 quarters and nickels altogether, and altogether it would add up to 1580. How many of each do I have? Okay, so quarters plus nickels totals 76. So each quarter is worth 25 cents, so if I times every quarter by 25 cents, that's the money. And then each nickel is worth 5 cents. Okay, Now, to be honest, when I do these, I like to just times this whole thing by 100 so that I'm no decimal places. Okay, that's up to you. So here I would say there's probably two really good options. You could times this line by 5 and set up for elimination, or you could substitute. Okay, you could solve for Q or N. So why don't we do substitution since we haven't done it? So Q equals 76 minus N. Okay, so distribute. So 1900 minus 25N. So that's negative 20N. And if I subtract 1900 from both sides, I get negative 320. So N, obviously I need a positive number here. N is 16. So to substitute, it doesn't matter which one. Obviously the math would be a lot easier on this one. So quarters plus 16 is 76. So therefore, quarters equals 60. Okay, a total of 1,000 people come to a concert. Adults cost $7 each, students $4, and then you make $6,100. How many adults and how many students come? So adults plus students equals 1,000 people. 7 for each adult and 4 for each student gets you $6,100. So this is very similar to the last one. So you could isolate and then plug it in, substitute, or we could just times this line by 4. So I'm going to go 4A, 4S, and 4,000. Okay, now I can subtract, and I get negative 3A and negative 2,100. So the number of adults is 700. So I guess I should have left my original equation here. And if this is 700, that means we would have 300 students. Okay, so change your English sentence into a math sentence. Figure out if you're going to do substitution or elimination. You probably will not be using graphing on these ones.